The Electoral College is an old and outdated system that we as Americans need to get rid of.
The Electoral College is the system we use in America every 4 years to vote in our new President of the United States of America. But does it do more harm than good?
Common complaints about the Electoral College are that it gives more power to smaller states and Washington, D.C. rather than the larger states.
The number of people an elector represents is much larger in California than in South Dakota or Wyoming. So is it fair that the popular vote of the people or the states?
The election of the President of the United States should be done by the people rather than by the states.
Another problem the Electoral College faces is the idea that a candidate can lose the popular vote but can still come out on top through getting the 270 electoral votes from the electors.
Almost all states require that they vote on the popular vote. Say California had a vote of 50.1% versus 49.9%. All of the Californians' votes would go towards the popular vote rather than splitting the votes half and half.
When the state doesn't reach majority vote, the representative can still choose to change their vote. For example, during this last election, Trump had a 42% in Utah, but still won the electoral votes. This happens all the time and is one of the biggest flaws. It's showing that there's no point in having a popular vote if the Electoral College is just going to change their mind and disregard what the people are saying.
Do we really have a say in who is president when the electors can choose who they want to have the electoral vote with little to no consequence?
Vote swapping has become a popular fix to the situation. People in states with one major party will end up talking to someone in another state with one major party. For example, a Democrat in Utah would talk to someone in Massachusetts to have the person living in Massachusetts vote for the Democratic candidate, while the person in Utah would vote for the Republican candidate. The reason behind this is because the Democratic vote in Utah does little to nothing, just as a Republican vote in Massachusetts does little to nothing.
This causes Americans to feel their voice isn't heard as much as others. If Americans feel like their voices don't matter, then they won't vote. Then this entire country setup won't make any sense. If people our age lose interest in voting or realize that they don't have a voice in the voting system, then they won't vote and all of this country's values go down the drain.